Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. This is a channel update, or kind of an agenda video, but mostly just an update. Last night I streamed for a couple hours and talked about a lot of things that I thought were kind of important, and I wanted to make sure to do a specific video for YouTube about it because there were like 500 or 600 people that managed to show up. It was really late at night, unplanned and all that, so. But there's quite a few more people who are subscribed to the channel. I figured you might want to know what's going on. So here's where we stand. I just got back on, I think it was Thursday last week. So it's Monday right now. And it took me a couple days to help my wife and kids get ready for their trip. So I haven't had a chance really to make any big changes. But long story short, here's what's happening. The kids are leaving. They've already left, in fact. I took them to the airport a little while ago. And they're going to be gone for 5 weeks. I will be here for the next month, and then I'm going down to South America to visit with them as well. We're going to get my youngest son baptized and visit her family, my wife's family, that is, because we haven't seen them in a couple years. We go down usually once every 2 years. And what usually happens is because South Americans, or at least my wife's family in particular, they tend to take very, very long vacations. And rather than go down for a month all together, what usually I will do is I stay here and I work, and then I go down for just a week or so, because she's a stay-at-home mom. We have 3 kids, and she doesn't work, so she can go for a long time. I really can't, especially doing this. There's no way I could get like 5 weeks of videos stored up. It'd just be absolutely insane how much preparation I would have to make to do that. When you do 8 a day, I mean, what would that even be? It would be 8 times 5 weeks, well, times 7 days, 280 videos. That's a lot. It's a lot of videos, and that's only a day to day. But anyway, so for the next month, I'm here, and I'm pretty much just going to be doing nothing but working. Going to be doing lots of YouTube, lots of streaming, and lots of that kind of stuff. I'm not sure yet if I will be doing daily streaming. I mean, I want to do a scheduled stream. I'm definitely going to be doing at least a once-a-week EU4 with multiplayer, like with subscribers type thing. Like get that going again, and that should be fun. But yeah, I'm going to try to make the most of the time that I have while I'm up here by myself, which means I'm going to do things like grow a beard, because I've never done that before. I tried it once in college, and I got about 2 weeks in, and it got really itchy, and then I got bored, and I scratched, or not scratched. That'd be weird if I scratched my beard off. That would be, ouch, that would be painful. I shaved it off, though. So yeah, I've got, like, I don't know. You probably don't care, but I just think it's interesting. I'm going to grow a beard. It's going to be a manly beard. And because my wife's not here, I'm also going to shave my head, which is what I would like to do all the time, but she prefers me to try to have hair. She's the type of woman that's, like, kind of conscientious about how not only she appears, but everyone in her family appears, and she, like, wants me to look the best that I can, and so she's, like, all the time, she's like, you should try Rogaine, you should try this thing, or I heard this thing works, and I've honestly tried all that crap, and none of it works. The fact of the matter is that if there was a single solution in the entire freaking world that actually caused men to grow hair, then everyone would know about it, and it would be, like, the most valuable drug on the market. But it doesn't work. You can't regrow hair. And, I mean, there's probably going to be some people that argue with me about that, but that's been my experience. So I've given up, Not like in a defeated kind of way, but like, the argument I always say is some people are tall, some people are short, some people are fat, some people are skinny, some people are blonde, brunette, whatever. I mean, I'm just bald. That's just who I am. My hair is going to fall out. So anyway, that's my little justification for it. So while she's gone, I'm going to shave my head, and I don't know, maybe I'll go outside every now and then, see if I can get a tan. And then she won't think I look like a cancer patient. That's what she always says. She says I have to stop shaving my head because I look like a cancer patient, which I don't think is fair. So here's my plan. I think that if I have a massive beard and a shaved head, she can't say I look like a cancer patient because cancer patients don't have beards. So there. It might work. Anyway, I don't know. It's just I'm weird. So more in line with the actual channel type news, I will be going back up to 12 videos a day. So the 2-hour release schedule, and I'm going to try to make a return to some more variety. So this is something that people on the stream last night were pretty excited about. I am going to play Victoria 2. I've already committed myself to that. I've mentally prepared myself for it. It's not going to go live for at least a few days. I'm going to basically get ahead by a day or so, get my 12 video schedule rolling again, and then I'm going to go practice Victoria 2 in my spare time so that I can be good enough that it's worth watching. I don't want to just stumble through it. Like, you know, in hindsight, well, you know, I guess it's different. Like when EU4 came out, no one knew how to play that game, and so it was okay to put up a Let's Play that's really not very good. Like it's a Let's Learn, really. Like Proper Portugal and then Let's Play Portugal Uncolonized were both basically heavily learning type playthroughs. But you play an older game like Victoria 2 or, say, EU3, and if you're going to put a video on YouTube about a game that's been out for a while, you need to know what the hell you're doing. Otherwise, it's just kind of dumb. So anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to learn how to play it a bit. Second is Dwarf Fortress. There is a major patch that's supposed to be coming out the first week of July. And assuming that that patch does go live, I'm going to play some Dwarf Fortress Vanilla again. The last time I played Dwarf Fortress was about a year ago. I played Masterwork Dwarf Fortress. Some of you might not even know that it's on the channel. It's so old. It's one of the first playlists on the channel. And since there's like 3,500 videos, the only way you would find it is if you searched for it on the channel, or if you went to the playlist page and went all the way back to the bottom of the playlist list. And the list of playlists is multiple pages long at this point. So, but it is in there. So if you want to watch the older Dwarf Fortress, I've played classic Dwarf Fortress. I had a fortress called Idenarol. Actually, that might have been the Masterwork one. I can't recall. But anyway, I've played some classic Dwarf Fortress, and then I played Masterwork, which is a really big overhaul mod with kobolds and orcs and all that stuff. And I've avoided playing Dwarf Fortress because it has been like 2 years since they patched it. But this patch is supposed to be pretty significant, and a lot of people have asked about it, so I will play some Dwarf Fortress soon. TM. So, with the 12 slots then, what's going to happen is this is roughly the balance that I'm expecting to have on the channel. We'll continue doing 4 EU4 videos a day, lots of Tuscan Trade Terror, and we're going to play it all the way to the end of time because I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And we have the opportunity to conquer quite a bit now that we're Italian, and we've got the right to citizenship, or the path to citizenship, whatever it is that gives us minus 25% coin costs. So right now we have like minus 25% from that, minus 25% from the second idea in the admin idea group, adaptability I think it's called, and then we also have minus 25% for claims. So we have 75% reduced coin costs. If we do become like, say, the Emperor somehow, then we could do the third reform for the HRE, which gives the Emperor minus 10%, which would take us to minus 85% coin costs. And then I believe there's some combination of idea groups. If you do like, I know one of them is espionage, I think, and then I'm not sure what the other one is, but there's an idea, or a policy rather, that you can activate that gives you even further reduced coring costs. So if you do all of that, I guess apparently it's possible now to get to a minus 100% coring cost, which is ridiculous, and we should totally do that. It'd be fun. So anyway, we're going to play a lot of EU4. I'm going to go down to one Factorio video because I really enjoy the game, but there's really only so many people that are that interested in watching it, and I do want to make the most out of the time that I spend playing games for YouTube. I mean, I want to make the channel bigger, you know, I want to draw in more people, I want more views, I want more everything, you know. YouTube is a game for me, just like any other game, and, you know, I want to win, I want to beat my competitors, you know. I cannot wait, and you can tell him I said it if you feel like it, but you don't have to. It might be better if I sneak up on him. I'm looking forward to the day where I have more views per day than Northern Lion does. Because even though we're friends, I want to win. I want to win. So, anyway, because of that, you know, I have to do I did a whole bunch of analytics over the last week while I was away, and looking at and analyzing the data. And, you know, Factorio it's a great game, but it doesn't get as much search traffic. It doesn't draw as much of an audience. And, I mean, even just on a day-to-day basis, if you compare how many views a Factorio video gets within, say, 24 hours of release versus an EU4 video, it's like more than double. We'll watch the EU4 video over the Factorio video. And so I'm still going to have some because I know there's an audience for it and people want to see it, but at the same time, it's not going to be a big bulk of the channel. I'll just play it a lot in my spare time. I am very excited about the multiplayer, though. If they come out with that multiplayer patch in the next few weeks, I've already convinced Quill18 and Northern Lion and Mathis. Well, I can't recall if all three agreed, but a couple of them jumped on it. They're like, oh, that'd be awesome. But I'm going to bully them into it. They have to. They have to play multiplayer Factorio. It'd be so much fun. Can you imagine? It'd be great. Likewise, we're going to continue having our one multiplayer video per day, which is still EU4. And then from there, probably 2 Victoria 2 videos a day, spaced most likely once every 12 hours. I'm going to find some playthrough of Crusader Kings 2 that I can do that will be fun. You may have noticed a distinct lack of Crusader Kings 2 over the last week. That's because I'm a little bit burned out on it. I've played Crusader Kings 2 now for like 2 years, and I've conquered the world who knows how many times, and the challenge is just all gone. It's still an engaging game, but I need to find some mod or something that I can do that's interesting, because I'm bored with it, and I haven't wanted to play it. So that doesn't mean that I'm never going to play it again, or that it's like I'm just done with it or something, but for at least right now I just need a break, and I need to, but I will find something that I can play, a couple of videos a day of for it. And then that leaves 2 more slots for the Dwarf Fortress videos, which will be spaced probably every 12 hours, and that'll continue until people are either not interested in it, or until the game annoys me to high heaven with its terrible graphic interface, terrible keyboard shortcuts, terrible mouse interface, until everything that drives me insane about that game drives me insane. And then I'll have to quit, because for crying out loud, it's 2014, make a freaking good interface. But anyway, that's my my mini rant about Dwarf Fortress. But it is really enthralling, the game is so deep, there's so much to it. I really want to enjoy it as much as I can. But as you probably know, I get really upset about interface type stuff. Like, if the user interface isn't good, then the core features of the game don't matter. The user interface, how approachable a game is definitely more important than how feature-packed it is, in my opinion. I think that's one of the reasons why these days we're seeing so many really, really popular games on iOS devices. Like, if you're talking about iPhone or Android or whatever, they're so popular because anyone can play them. They're so easy to get into, so approachable. Like Clash of Clans is one of the just this massive, massive online game now, and all you do is just tap on the screen, just a finger. That's it. Versus using Dwarf Fortress's completely illogical keyboard shortcuts. Oh god, I don't even want to think about it. It's going to make me not want to play. But I'm gonna play Dwarf Fortress. Finally, I know this update's been going on a little while here. But I also feel like what I have a tendency to do is when I get back from a trip, I will usually end up talking about all the things that I want to talk about in the first video that I record. And if I dive right back into like Tuscan Trade Terror or something, then it's like random video number 57 where I talk about all this stuff and people won't see it. So I kind of have to just let it all out there and just get this off my chest before going and playing EU4. So this is really the more appropriate location for this. So I guess I really don't feel that bad about making it run on a little bit longer than normal. But the new audio setup, I splurged a bit. You may have noticed on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you can. There's a link somewhere. I don't know. It's Arumba. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. But I do tweet occasionally. I'd say every other day or something like that. But I usually I reserve Twitter for more of a direct communication thing, like instantaneous communication. But yeah, I bought a it's called a EV-RE20, Electro Voice RE20. It's the same microphone that Total Biscuit uses, and a number of other fairly huge channels use. It is an industry standard for the radio industry. It's apparently a very, very good microphone, and hopefully it'll make a big difference. It is a XLR mic, which means that it has to have an audio interface. It's not a USB mic. You can't just plug it into your computer. So I had to buy an audio interface as well, so I got the RME Babyface, which is the same audio interface that Total Biscuit uses. Basically, what I did is, Total Biscuit is a known audiophile. Like, he is obsessive when it comes to audio quality and trying to make it perfect, and I think it shows. I think in his videos, he has some of the most crisp, clean audio of any of the videos that I can find on YouTube, and I want it. I want to emulate it. And so what better way than to just steal it? Just take his idea, just, hey, you've done the research, these are the things that you use, they work for you, I'm just going to get them too. And I'll continue to study and try to teach myself more about audio quality and all that as things go on. But for now, I'm going to try to jumpstart that by buying his equipment. Well, not his equipment, but the equipment that he has. Buying his equipment would be kind of weird. Because then what would he use? But yeah, so I bought those things, and what it should do is the audio interface will allow me to do things like set high-pass filters, and it's got like a built-in de-esser, which what that means is just, if you've ever noticed the S-type sound, it's called sibilance, and it's just the way that I speak. I have a shrill S sound. It's because of the way that I hold my tongue in my mouth when I make the S sound. And you can do training. Singers will practice the way that they sing so that they avoid things like that. But what most radio talk show guys do is they just don't have to worry about it because they have fancy pants mics, which will filter out all of the shrill S sounds and like annoying things that people do. And basically every time a certain pitch or like frequency is hit, the microphone sends the signal to the audio interface. The audio interface has a built-in filter, which then says, okay, I'm detecting that sound. Let's just cut that and remove it from the audio, and then send it to the computer. And so the shrill S, the S's won't happen. What that'll also allow me to do is I can set the signal gain a little bit lower. I can put the microphone much closer to my mouth because I don't have to worry about the S's, and I can isolate much more of the sound that's in the room. If you've got a really, really sensitive ear, you may have noticed the last month that you can hear my AC unit. It was very, very quiet when I first got it, but now it makes a little bit of noise. There's like a hum to it, and it's been on nonstop, 24 hours a day since I got it. It's very, very quiet overall, but because of the microphone settings that I'm using, you can hear it. You can also hear keyboard and mouse clicks and things like that, which some people like. They feel like it's more tactile, like they are more engaged in the game. But I think that it sounds better when you don't hear those things. I want to just be able to talk directly into your ear. I don't want you to feel like there's any barrier between me and you. And I'm hoping that this audio setup will allow me to do those things. If it doesn't, I'm going to feel like a chump because I spent a lot of money on it, and well, let's just hope that Amazon will accept my return. But anyway, I should have that. Today's Monday. I should have half of the equipment by tomorrow, and then the other half's supposed to be here by Wednesday. It wasn't all sold by Amazon, so I couldn't get it all shipped at the same speed, but that is where things stand. So now I can go play some Tusken Trade Terror and not talk about all this stuff in the middle of video number 42, or whatever video we're on. And have very few people see it. So, although, just about the same number of people watch the Tusken Trade Terror campaign as watch the channel updates. So, if you're engaged in the channel, you're hearing me talk right now. If you're not, then, well, I guess you don't matter, because I'm trying to talk to the people that are engaged. So, thank you so much for listening. I know it's probably been, 10-15 minutes since I started this video, and we covered a lot. We should see a bump in videos and all that stuff probably starting in about 2 days. So I look forward to seeing you over the next month. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, being a subscriber, being here, commenting, subscribing, all those things. And yeah, I hope that the videos that I make over the next month will please you and cause you to want to watch them again and again and watch more. And do nothing but watch videos. I want you to sit in front of the computer for 24 hours a day and just watch these videos. Not really. I think you should sleep at least 3 hours. I mean, you have to have a minimum amount of sleep. But since you're not doing any real effort, no work, you don't really need a full 8 hours. So 3, I think, would be enough. You could just sit there, just watch these videos, maybe get an IV into your arm so you never have to leave the chair, and you could just not eat. Yeah, I don't know how I got off on this tangent. I'm being kind of strange right now. But anyway, that's my sense of humor, so thank you. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.